It's time for the best part of the quarter. This is In the Middle with Ewing, a quarterly video for middle school parents about all things happening in our middle school. I'm Brandon Ewing. I'm your middle school principal. And this quarter, we're joined with a special guest, Tiffany Justice. She's coming in as our new middle school chaplain. And I thought it'd be helpful this quarter to talk with her and get to know her a little bit and some of the changes coming in our middle school program. So Tiffany, it's good to have you with us.
Nice to be here.
And I got some questions here just to help parents get to know you. I think we've had this position of middle school chaplain posted out for hire since January. And you saw that, you applied. Tell me some of the things that interested you about our school and about the position of middle school chaplain.
First off, the biblical foundation here at NCCS is huge to me and to my family. We want our kids in a place where they're learning God's truth from a young age and all the way through. So that was a big part of that. Also, I have a counseling background, and that was part of the job description. So I wanted to see where it would go if I applied for this
position. How would the role of chaplain and counselor go together? How would it be different?
So as a chaplain, I see myself coming in as a friend, a mentor, and a counselor to students, but coming in from a very biblical perspective and basing what we talk about on God's Word. I think that's very important, and a lot of our life struggles, if we can connect them to something in the Bible, can more easily be solved.
Yeah. And your degree, tell me, where did you go to school and what was your degree in?
So my undergrad was at Huntington University in Indiana. I studied youth ministry and music. And then I also have a master's of divinity in psychology and counseling from New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary.
Okay, so you'll be bringing a lot of the psychology and counseling training, but also having your thumb on the spiritual pulse of the school, working for chapel, working for small groups, and being the trusted adult here that kids can come to, parents can come to when they have a need, they need some support at home or in the school. So I think you're a great fit for it. I'm wondering maybe how you envision your role in supporting students spiritually and also in their counseling needs.
So I want to be a safe place for kids to come and feel comfortable with. So first off is establishing those relationships and just knowing that they can come and talk with me about what's going on in life. I'm always going to point them back to Jesus. That's, again, our foundation is on the Lord.
What are some guiding principles that you might have? So I'm hearing a lot of the Bible and pointing kids to Jesus, getting their identity in Jesus. Do you have some other principles that help guide you when you're counseling with students or when you're looking at being the chaplain of our middle school?
So also looking at where they're coming from emotionally, listening to their needs. Maybe it's an issue that they're having at home, something with a friend here at school, but listening to what they have going on and then guiding them from there.
Okay, great. One of the things that we're working on, I'm sure you've heard about it, parents, by now, the Leader in Me program, and that's one of the things you're bringing in with you. Tell us a little bit about that program and how you see it as a tool in your tool belt as middle school chaplain.
So Leader in Me is going to be a fun program to get going, and we've already started it actually, but just using leadership skills and teaching our kids that they have the ability to be a leader, no matter if they're a leader in front or a leader just in their everyday lives, which we all are. A leader in kindness, showing kindness to someone else is being a leader. And I think that kids knowing this, it will help them as they walk through middle school and walk through life.
We bought the staff this book over the summer and they read it, The Leader in Me, and that might be a good parent resource for you as well to pick up and read, see what we're doing in our school. But The Leader in Me is a Franklin Covey product, and it operates from 5 paradigms. It helps us as a school to how to think about students, how to think about families. And those 5 paradigms are, one, that everybody is a leader. So we want every student, every staff member, every parent to be a leader. Number 2, everybody has a genius. And that fits in so well with our NCCS community because we're looking at how did God make people unique and what are their gifts and how do we draw those out. So everybody has a genius. The third one is that change starts with me. So we can put the blame on other people. Certainly our culture would be one of kind of victimhood, but how about we take ownership and say we can be the change that we want to see and start taking some proactive steps for that. The fourth one is empowering students to lead their own learning. So we often talk about being lifelong learners. Well, that paradigm says that we can help students take charge of their learning and love it and do their best at it. And then the fifth one fits in so well with us too, because it's about partnering. So, encouraging educators and parents to partner to develop the whole child. And that's what we're all about. That's what the three-leg stool that Mr. Klingman talks about is all about as well. So we're excited about having those paradigms. We also have 7 habits. So this is based on Franklin Covey's 7 habits of highly effective people. And so these are things like be proactive, seek first to understand and then to be understood, think win-win, all of these different principles. I'm wondering if you have a favorite principle in your own life from the 7 habits.
Okay, well, being proactive is huge. I like to have a plan because when we have a plan, we at least have something to fall back on when our plan falls apart, which can often happen. And also just seek to understand, to listen to the other person, to hear what's going on in their life and from their perspective before making a judgment call or even before giving them advice on something, because there's always a background to whatever's going on.
And I think these things, being proactive, there's another number of other ones, putting first things first, beginning with the end in mind, all of these things. When we think about middle school, 5th through 8th grade, I mean, what are the life skills that students need to be developing? Aren't they these things like first taking personal leadership and then secondly leading others? So it's a great set of tools that we have right where middle school students need to develop. That is a tool in our tool belt to go out and be proactive ourselves. We can be reactive and wait for problems to come, but what I love about this, especially for our chaplain, is that she can be proactive in getting out and educating students how to work ahead of the problems, cut some of the problems off before they happen. And that's going to take our school to a whole new level, I think so. And so we're working on that diligently. And there's several components to this. One is an education piece. So your students will get weekly lessons in leadership from the 7 habits. There's a measurement piece, so we're looking at data. We gave the survey out last May, and we're going to do that every year and measure our growth through that survey. That's going to give you helpful data about our school culture. And then there's the actual piece of the teachers and staff here, because we're all being trained up in these skills, talking the same language and being leaders ourselves. So it's really a great thing. And in this email that we're sending this video out in, I've got some habit homework for you at home as well. So not only we're working on 7 habits here, but I've got attached the habit homework menu. And this gives you 20 weeks, and if you do it twice, 40 weeks of practice at home. So you can pick from one thing or the other each week to work on. So for instance, if you're following this in week 1, the first menu option is habit 1, be proactive. And it just says list ideas of things you can do when you are bored. Keep the list in a visible spot and add to it as you have new ideas. So that would be something your family would work on in week 1, and you progress through this, and you could, if you do all of the options, you could have 40 weeks of working on the 7 habits and hopefully have a more effective, more productive, more cohesive family unit as well. I hope you'll take us up on that and start to work in some of these things in your home as well. So Tiffany, last question for you. How can parents partner with you? So if they have a need, if they want to engage with you as chaplain, what are some ways that we can get connected? Sure.
Well, first off, you can always email me, and you can find my email on our website. Also, if you want to set up an appointment, a time to talk, you can do that via email or call the middle school office, and Mrs. Pietmeyer can help you with that as well.
Okay, awesome. And we look forward to doing more things for parents, having coffee with counselor, sending resources home as well. And, we're here in the middle with you. So if we can ever help, don't hesitate to reach out. And we look forward to working with you throughout the school year and into the future. Well, we have a few updates and calendar things to go over with you. And as we start every school year, there's a couple resources that I always want to point out to our middle school families. And one of those is the waituntil8th.org organization. And basically what that is a website and a group that has put together some research about smart devices and students. So when is it age appropriate to give a smart device to your students? What are things that parents should be concerned with? You know, the state of Georgia just passed legislation in all schools up through the 8th grade to ban smart devices from the classroom. And as the legislation is going, you know, so goes the way that we ought to be thinking about how do we do the right things in our homes. And waituntil8th.org is a great place to get research. They've got a pledge for parents, so wherever you're at and making that decision, maybe you could pledge to wait until at least the 8th grade to give a smart device to your students. So I encourage you to go out there, waituntil8th.org. And the other thing is the book, Middle School, The Inside Story, which is a focus on the family book. We will give one of those to every new 5th grade family. So every 5th grade student will be bringing home on August the 22nd a copy of that for your home. Whether you're in 5th grade or not, if you'd like to purchase that book, you certainly can. It's a great help to think about what is actually going on in middle school and how can you best be prepared as a family for it. Speaking of 5th grade, on the calendar on the 26th of August, we have a 5th grade parent meeting. This is something new we're doing to help. It's a big transition from 4th grade in lower school to 5th grade in middle school. We want to help make that as smooth as possible for the 5th grade team will meet you in the Commons at 6 p.m. on August the 26th. So please join us there as we get settled into the new year. You might have questions and you might have some things to figure out, and the teachers will help you get it all settled, answer any questions, get you pointed in the right direction for an awesome 5th grade year here. As we look toward the end of August, we have the middle school retreat coming up, and August the 28th and 29th are the dates for that. Our 7th and 8th grade will go up to the Woodlands camp and stay overnight. So they'll be going up on the 28th. Early in the morning, we'll load the charter buses here from the annex. We'll head up to the Woodlands. They'll stay overnight. And then the 5th and 6th grade will repeat that on Friday. They'll only be up on Friday. They won't stay overnight. And we'll come back late on Friday night. We estimate being back in the parking lot here on campus about 9 p.m. So just note that down as we head into that long weekend. Our speaker for the week is Ben Shetler. And if you'd like more information about him, you can go to benshetler.com and see his website. He speaks all over the country to teenagers and young people, and he's going to be awesome for our middle school retreat coming up. As we get into September, September the 11th and 12th, so a couple half-day things that you want to make note of. So September the 11th and the 12th for our 5th and 6th grade, and 5th and 6th grade only, we're going to mirror the lower school schedule. So they have half days those days for parent-teacher conferences. So we're going to do the same thing. Those will be half days for the 5th and 6th grade. We'll set up parent-teacher conferences with you in those grades as well. Be paying attention for more details to come about how to sign up and how that works. The 7th and 8th grade will have school as normal. And then on September the 19th, this was not on our calendar, but we will get it added, is going to be a half day going into fall break for just the middle school. So that's 5th through 8th grade with dismissal time at 11:45. We have a special training day for our staff that afternoon, and that will give us time without students here to do a special training with our teachers. And you'll reap the benefits from that as they get more well-trained, more prepared in the classrooms as well. And that leads us right into fall break, which is September the 22nd through the 26th. And then as we head into October, it's the big homecoming week, October 20th through the 24th. We're going to have dress-up days. It's going to be an awesome time that Monday through Friday, and we'll get details out about what those dress-up days will be as we get closer. But make note of homecoming week and then the big game Friday night, 7:30 p.m. up here for homecoming. Well, I'm Brandon Ewing. I'm your middle school principal. If I can help you, I'm here to help any way I can. We're, as always, in the middle with you. Thank you. Bye.